Dark, I don't think it is. I think it's light. I think it's the light at the end of the tunnel where I know we're going to win, but it's going to take good first principles thinking to fight back. So I would tell you, every Bitcoiner who listens to this needs to go out and buy Sun Tzu's book. And this is the key distillation, Gary, that I want you to understand.
I read that one, by the way, just so you know. Pretty pat on the back.
To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. And that is what Uncle Jack has been doing for 20 years.
Why the midterms? Why now? Because I agree with you that this battle was always coming and that the Kumbaya moment, I thought it would go on longer. I thought essentially we'd have kind of USD, gold, and Bitcoin all rising together as other fiat currencies and other systems get worse. And that would be kind of the final battle would be kind of Bitcoin versus the US government. Why now in the midterms? I didn't think that they would really.
Trump is a false flag. That's all he is. Everything was a false flag. Why? Because if you went straight to Kamala, you went straight to Bolshevik communism, which is what they want, that would have happened rapidly. Was the United States as the global reserve currency ready for that? No. Was most of America ready for that? No. So what do you have to do? Put their hero in and destroy the hero. And how do they do that? They use MAGA to do it. MAGA's become MAGA. Look what happened to Maha. Maha became Haha.
Yeah, that fell apart really quickly. It was actually quite disappointing to see.
Well, that's when you read Sun Tzu's book, you will see this game plan developing right in front of you. That's how smart these people are. They've led you straight to the gates of the dungeon.
The actually one thing that just jumped out at me is that would square the circle on why the samurai devs are still getting max prosecution, even though they submitted a guilty plea. You would think they would have negotiated for that, and they got the max sentence possible. And whether on one side they're saying that they're not going after them anymore, or not going after Bitcoin related stuff anymore, and more favorable. We're gonna take those two guys who are focusing on privacy and absolutely just ramrod them.
Do you understand now why also you start hearing things out of Trump's mouth? Well, maybe we can pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Maybe we can pardon SBF. Right?
Yeah.
And what was the olive branch? Oh, well, we'll give you Ross back. Maybe giving you Ross back is also part of the psyops.
I fell for that one. I just quickly, I 100% did.
I think most of us did, but what I'm trying to tell you is that you need to see this more from 100,000-foot lens, and this is where it's really important, where you have to marry decentralized health and wealth. I don't think Bitcoiners have really done that. I think my tribe has done a better job, and I would tell you my tribe is probably more ignorant of Bitcoin than it is on the health side, because what's the easiest way to be controlled by a government is when you have bad health. And that's the reason why, Maha became Haha overnight, why they haven't gone after the big things. And, the next big thing, I've heard Ben talk about, coin joins and making sure, if you're in Canada, you're in the UK, you're in Australia, boy, you better understand coin joins and what the benefit is, Numchuck and all those things. Why? Because those are actions of privacy. These, if you want to know the truth, this is the First, Second, and Fourth Amendment that's extended to the Commonwealth countries. If you want to know the truth, those actions in the Bitcoin community mirror our First, Second, and Fourth Amendment. And I don't think Bitcoiners understand that yet. And that's the reason why I say to you, where you put your citadel, where you go right now. If you want to know the truth, I think your best bet is to build your citadel, but make sure you got a 60-foot catamaran parked outside, because you might have to be a traveling Wilbury, because I have a funny feeling the Oasis are going to change a lot in the next 100 years when we go to 2140. Why? Because if you think this threat, Gary, this existential threat that I'm painting for you is going to get smaller, Bitcoiners are going to become huge enemies of the state going forward. Why? Because we can't be stopped. And the smarter we are, Gary, we're going to have unbelievable wealth in which to fight the state. We may be the only people out there that will be able to buy weaponry to fight the state. Because remember something, the real reason the state needs Bitcoin now is they know fiat's dying. They no longer can use fiat to buy, stealth bombers and nuclear weapons. There's going to come a time when Gary and Nathan get together and spend maybe 1 Bitcoin and build a thorium nuclear reactor in their backyard to power all kinds of fucking scientists that are going to be babies from Bitcoiners that come up with really cool electromagnetic weapons to go after the people in the state that are trying to take our freedom and privacy. That is the future that is going to happen. And bringing people to meetings together where those people that may be the future Ben Franklin's, George Washington's, and Abraham Lincoln's, or, whoever the fuck you want to put in that group, we can't do that. We have to be smarter. It's no longer survival of the fittest, bro. It's survival of the wisest. And I need Bitcoiners to take their fucking head out of their ass and begin to realize that.
We can't all fly in the same plane. It's too high risk at this